ones, empaths, if you let the narcissist around your own circle, your close family, friends, it can be very detrimental. You see, it can be very, very detrimental. They often try and get in between you and your family member and close circle. At first, they'll isolate you from them. They'll isolate you from your nearest and dearest. And it's done so subtly you don't realize it's happening. But they drive a wedge in between your close circle. And because the reason they do this is because they feel threatened by you being around other people. They feel threatened about you being around other individuals. So they isolate you. They'll do this in a myriad of ways. There's a myriad of ways of how they do this. But ultimately, they cut you off from your nearest and dearest. Right? And their main aim is to isolate you. Their main aim is to isolate you from them. You see? But also, what they'll do, especially during a discard, during a discard, they'll reach out to your nearest and dearest and badmouth you, smear your name, slander your name, backbite you. And they'll do this stuff to your nearest and dearest. So initially you've been isolated from them, the less phone calls, you don't see them as much, stuff like that. But eventually when you're left and discarded, you don't even have those close friends to depend on anymore, because the narcissist has already infiltrated them, has already infiltrated their thought patterns. So therefore, when you come and start expressing yourself, trying to tell them, this is what's happening, they've already smeared it. There's just nowhere for you to move. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It'll take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But honestly speaking, the reason why the narcissist isolates you from them is down to their insecurities. They can't take you being around anyone else. They can't see you enjoying yourself around anybody else. So ultimately, they want to isolate you from any potential threat to them, because they look at all of your close circle as a threat. If you're at home, if you is out and about with your friends, you know how it is. If you're out and about with your friends or your family and the narcissist is at home, you'll be getting bombarded with texts, calls, where are you, what are you doing, you're cheating, you're this, you're that, you're this. And they'll do this because they do have they do have an inferiority complex, right? They do actually have an inferiority complex. And they feel threatened just by you being out doing your usual daily things, like even down to work. They'll try and isolate you even in the workplace. They will try and tarnish your name even in the workplace. They want to destroy every angle that you have, so you've got no one that you can lean and depend on, because it's easier for them to break you. Now, this is similar to like cult-like activities. You see, cults will use things like sleep deprivation, but the narcissist also uses sleep deprivation. But cults will also isolate you from your family in order to take control of a brain and indoctrinate you. You see, they want to indoctrinate you to their calculus, to their way of thinking. You see, that's what they want to do. And just like cult members, you can see cult victims, if you look it up online, it's very similar to how the narcissist operates. The narcissist operates on these same tendencies, because they're all about control. They want to keep you exactly where you are. They want to have full control over your mind, soul, body, spirit, everything. And basically, the reason they're doing this is because they're the ones who are possessed. they're the ones that have got demonic spirits harbored inside them. So they're using all of these weird tendencies. These dusty weirdos are using all of these deranged kind of behaviors, like isolating you, manipulating you, gaslighting you. They're doing all this because they're the ones that are plagued by spirits. They're plagued by spirits to begin with. And the longer that you're around them, it will just try to rub off on you as well. They'll try to make you into that, you know. So just be wary. If you've got close friends, you've got close family, don't allow the narcissist to cut you off from them, because they do it so subtly, you know. Before you know it, you'll be like, oh, I ain't seen my friend in a couple of weeks, or I ain't seen my friend in a month, and then a whole year's gone by. You know what I'm saying? This is how subtly they do it. You won't realize this is happening beneath your nose, that they're doing this stuff. And they're aiming to do this stuff. They don't want you around other people. And another reason why they don't want you around other people is because they believe that other people will tell you about them. So they feel threatened. So it's the fear factor that kind of gets them as well. Right? They believe these other people will tell you and inform you, yo, you're dealing with some weirdo over there, man. And they think he'll tell you about it. They believe that these people will inform you and tell you about it. Do you see what I'm saying? So just be careful. If you've been cut off from the narcissist for a while, try and rekindle some friendships with maybe friendships or family members. Try and rekindle the relationship with ones that you lost when you was with the narcissist. You know, in my situation, some of those friendships and stuff like that have gone too far now for me to even rekindle. But, you know, there's no love lost. It's just living separate lives now. But I would advise, if you can rekindle some relationships. And the thing is, you know what the problem is when you catch up with these people that you ain't seen in a while, and you try and explain that you've been through an abusive cycle, you've been through abuse, narcissistic abuse, a lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people don't understand narcissistic abuse. They don't understand it. But it's very rampant in today's society. And there's a lot of couples, a lot of relationships that have these tendencies in them. You know, one of the partners is maybe a savior empath. The other partner is a narcissist. And these are the dynamics. And you see it all around. Once you wake up to abuse, this narcissistic abuse, and you finally see beneath the veil and you wake up, you start to see it everywhere. You see it in family members. You see it in friends. You see it in, you know what I'm saying? But if you've got some close friends that were cool, they're down, you know, try and rekindle the relationship with them. Don't let the narcissist make you burn bridges with people. Because ultimately, that's what they tried to do. I remember in my situation, the narcissist reached out to a good friend of mine, started smearing my name, you know. So before he even heard from me about the situation, he heard from them. And they done that on purpose. They knew that was like my nearest and dearest friend. And they deliberately smeared my name to them. It hasn't damaged it, because ultimately, he must have thought the whole time, why I'm with that trashy weirdo anyway, right? But still, it tainted it, you know? It tainted it a little bit, you know? And that's what they do. They're just proper weirdos, man. They'll just want to isolate you. They want you all to themselves. They're proper weirdos. They're dusty weirdos, man. They want you all to themselves. So just be careful when you're dealing with these people. You might think, you know, when you're going through the love bomb, you're going through things like that, you might think, oh yeah, you know, I'm just spending more time with my partner, my companion, I'm just spending more time with them, so naturally you separate from your friends for a little while. No. This is them using the isolation tactic. This is them trying to cut you away from your nearest and dearest. Every single time I used to come back to my family's house, arguments would happen. And I would rush back to the narcissist. Every single time. It happened more times than I've got fingers and toes. And I was so blind, I didn't see what was happening. But others around me saw what was happening. So at least, you know, by the time I did come back and the relationship was over, they kind of saw through it, and they said, look, every time you come here, you know, you used to just argue with them and rush back to them. So, you know, they did make it kind of obvious, but they don't care. They don't care. They just want to, you know, they just want to use your own inner circle against you, right? And they want to isolate you. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I have the secondary channel, the spiritual channel. If you want to check that out, the link for that channel is also in the description box. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.